Libras, how are you? If you're new, how welcome. My name is Michelle, and this is one of my many readings for my beautiful Libras, my boo gagas. So as you guys saw the title, this is how is your soulmate look like. So we're gonna figure it out, with some physical descriptions, how they could look like. As well, I wanna pull some initials and zodiac signs in a situation that you may encounter with them. So with this said, I want to remind you that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. That's fine. As I always say, your girl here does not run a daycare here. So you guys should know this is general, meaning that you guys can take or leave whatever you want. If it doesn't fit, do not force it. And please go to the playlist for Libras and you'll find maybe a reading that you like, If not, we are here weekly. So we always will have something special for you, boo boo gaga. So with this said, let's move forward. I also have an announcement. If you want to win a free reading with me, please make sure to subscribe. And I'll make a video again about the giveaway that I'm about to give very soon. All details about the giveaway is going to be towards the end of the video. So either or you can stay or you feel free to, move forward towards the video and find all the info. But anyways, let's get to it. Your girl had a lot of announcements, so you gotta get it done in the beginning of the video because I know not everybody stays for that long. So well, your person is a witch. I do feel like don't be scared because witches, we are pretty, we are cute. Again, your person is a witch. So most likely this could also be as well as being spiritual. They could do tarot. They could also just be spiritual, like Reiki and whatnot. So this is something that you don't need to be super scared. Now, it seems like your person could have piercings in the lip and the nose specifically. But of course, this saying piercings is not like saying just those two. I'm just giving you the vibe that went in the strongest. Now, your person could also be a plus size queen or a plus size king here. Somebody who could be a medium skin tone as well. Let's see. Also, it's talking about so we also have somebody who could be Indian descent as well. We got somebody who has coarse curly hair. I'm going to give a couple descriptions because I do know I'm going to give 3 possible descriptions for, for some people. We got somebody who is a woman. And if a woman who could also be having long hair, we have a guy who could actually have a thick beard as well as long hair, perhaps. This person is his markings right here. I do feel like this person has a lot of talent with either or makeup, or I do feel like this person could also be an artist of some sort. Okay, I'm just giving you some descriptions. This person likes to color their hair in fun colors. They could have fun color hairs, or they just like to switch it up and the hair color. I do feel like it's actually talking about somebody who can work in the beauty industry when it comes to, hair, makeup, and so on and so on. Somebody who is young, somebody who is, it seems like to be a little bit younger than you. And I also see like it says that they could also have African American descent in their family, or they could be as well. So let's see. They could also be, for some of you, like Latina. You know that there's the Afro-Latina as well, or Afro-Latino as well. So just FYI. It's talking about, again, African American. We got somebody who could be also medium skin tone. This could be somebody who is a mixed kid as well. Somebody who has long black hair. We're talking about the same. Somebody has either or curly hair, or just curly hair, as well as talking about somebody who could be a plus size king or a plus size queen. We got somebody who could have colored eyes as well. Others of you may be encountering somebody who could be bald as well. Again, it's talking about somebody who's younger than you. Again, confirmation that yes, this person could be younger than you as well. Somebody could have could be redhead, have red hair as well. And somebody could be a light skin as well. At the bottom, this person could also have freckles. Now I'm going to go with the third descriptions, because some of you may know who this person is, some others may not know. So I just want to make sure that I give good variety. So let's see again. Again, somebody who has wavy hair, kind of like the same descriptions, kind of or close. This person could have unhealthy habits, as well as, let's say, smoking, drinking, partying. This could also be the younger energies, as well as if it's not a party person, this could be just unhealthy habits that could be unrelated to the ones I mentioned, as well as there could be a lot. Somebody who has brown eyes. I do feel like, Libra, that you are mesmerized by their eyes. I do feel like it's because the eyes are the mirror of the soul, and I feel like that's what you feel so attracted to. But it's something about the eyes for you, Libra, that you like about this person. Now, this person could wear glasses as well, and they could have a round face. Now, if you are a cross watcher here, maybe this describes the Libra that you're interested in as well. We got others of you who are dealing with somebody who has a sharp face. I do see somebody who has curly hair as well. This person likes to wear very vibrant clothing. Somebody could be skinny. Somebody who has a busty chest. And then this situation also says somebody could be older than you, so this may resonate for some of you as well. So there's something about white clothing about this individual. They could also be something specific for you, and somebody who has straight hair and or short hair as well. So I do know that this has a lot of like descriptions. I do feel like the curly hair is their natural hair. I feel like they actually straighten their hair with, heat, with a blow dryer or a flat iron or so, So this is what I got first. Now we're gonna move with their possible initials. Now I'm gonna give you all the initials in one sitting, because again, it's easier. Keep in mind that this could be the first, last, middle, or even a nickname, as well as this is not going to resonate for all of you as well. If I'm able to see a name or a word of some sort, I will definitely give it to you as well. Keep in mind that I'm going to give you some examples of names just to reference the initials I am giving, because I know I have an accent and it could be quite hard for some people to understand that. So that's why I make sure that people know exactly what kind of initials I'm talking about. So we have Y as in yes, Z as in zebra, F as in Frank, H as in hamburger, X as Xavier, P as in Patrick, R as in Rose, I as in Ian, J as in Jason, C as in cat, B as in boy, Q as in queso, T as in Tim, E as in elephant, W as in William. Now I see the name Jim, Jim. I also see, let's see, I see the name Peter, Peter. I also see the last name Berrios, is Berrios. I think that's how you spell it. Let's see. I also see the name Rey, is Rey. This could also be a name or a establishment, because I do know that this establishment that could be is that name as well. And I see the name Jesse as well. So those are the possible not the initials, but the names and the word I saw. So this is specifically, who may be this person. Keep in mind that if you know that your person's name and you said, oh, it did not show up, keep in mind that they may have a nickname that you may not know that is specifically utilized in their family for them. So until you get to know them better, that's when you're going to see that most likely the initial was there. It was just a nickname that you were unaware they used. I see somebody, I forgot. But anyways, it was a Spanish name. If I remember, I'll let you guys know. I don't know why I forgot, but anyways, let's see what kind of situation you can actually encounter with this individual. Thank you so much, Mother Lilith. Let's see. Let's see. Please, Mother Lilith, 1 or 2 at a time. Thank you so much, Mother Lilith. Overall energy, please. Thank you so much. So let me give you some zodiac signs. I see water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have, of course, air, which is your energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, as well as you may be dealing with somebody who is also an air sign. We have a lot of Taurus energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, we got a very strong, we got Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but the focus on that is in Aries energy. And then the water sign is either or Cancer. No, sorry. Pisces, not Cancer, or a Scorpio. I don't know why. But either way, it's very intensely either or water, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I don't know what I'm saying this. I think like, I don't know. But either way, the strongest zodiac signs again is water, air, and fire. So, of course, we got the other ones. As you may say, well, you mentioned them. Of course, I did mention it because they popped in. But the ones that are the strongest is, once again, air, water, and fire. And fire being Aries and Sagittarius. And water being Pisces and Scorpio. Okay? So, with this said, moving from this, Boo Gagas, let's see. It seems right here that this person's... I feel like what either or you encounter or could be encountering with this person is that, yes, they do have feelings or they did have feelings, but I feel like they were stuck on negative behaviors and negative patterns. Now, remember that I told you that they had that in the description, that they had like bad tendencies of some sort. This could be one of the things. I do feel like at that point, your person or this person being a little bit younger than you, or they could be a little bit older. Keep in mind that energies mature differently, unrelated to ages, right? How old they are. Now, moving from this, Bubukagas, this person tends to play safe when it comes to love. They will actually give you something from whatever you want when it comes to emotional connections, but they don't tend to open up because they play it safe, because they always think that they're gonna get hurt. Now, this is something that is a trauma that's unrelated to you, and it's definitely unfair that they project that upon you, but it's something that they indeed have. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles, I do see that this person, either or when they met you, when they meet you, they have the tendencies of like this kind of culture, on this kind of like society that we live, that is like the hookup culture. And I feel like whenever they see you, they be like, oh, you know, like, look at this Libra, it's hot, it's cute. And then they realize quickly that it's more than a hookup. You are different. Like, you're different. Then they cannot put a pin on it. But guess what? They have a lot of toxicity just yet. I do feel like either or when you met your person or when you meet, again, this being timeless and this being multiple energies, please put your livelihood and timing into this reading, okay? I always try to keep it general for anybody so everybody feels comfortable. So with this said, I do feel like this person had a lot of negativity and toxicity within them, or have, and they could actually be dealing still with a karmic, or they could have in the past dealing with a karmic, which kept it on and off. I feel like if it was in the past, he or she was dealing with a karmic and they were like broken up, but not really. And you know how it is to deal with a toxic partner or a toxic relationship. So they were on and off, yet they met you, they got confused, they wanted to quote hook up, but then they realized there was more than that. Then they were unavailable. So it was like I don't know, a merengue, like, you know, a tango that nobody knew how to dance, you know what I'm saying? But either way, if it's in the future, again, keep this in mind. With the 3 of Wands and the Fool in the reverse, I do feel like whenever they started to see you, they were trying to they started to realize that they were planning for the future, or that they could plan for the future. with you. But with the full moon of reverse, they were not ready, they were scared, they were holding back, there were some sort of setbacks, but they really started thinking about the future, like, maybe I can see myself with Libra, maybe I can actually. But that actually got them very scared because they were not ready to do that leap of faith, because once again, this could either or be out of their character, as well as they were not ready for multiple other reasons. And if it's not in the past, again, keep this in the future. This could be something that you can encounter. Okay, now with the 10 of Cups in the reverse, that's when they realize, like, oh my God, but yeah, like, I see myself in the future, but I'm not ready. Or if this person was married of some sort, they needed to deal with other things, and they were like, back and forth into their decisions, which again, the lack of communication and honesty and what was happening was one of the things that they actually either or failed or could be failing in doing. But at the end of the day, it was because a lot of things were happening in their life, and they actually chose to do what was easier, which is run away or say nothing. Or this could be something in the future as well. With the Page of Wands in the reverse, they actually thought that they didn't have the strength to move forward with that intention. They actually tried to convince themselves and to gaslight themselves into, like, you know what, this is not going to go anywhere, might as well just end it now, or I can definitely move on, or I don't feel the way I feel. Like, they tried to gaslight themselves and their energies into doing something they didn't want to do because they were too afraid, or because they just could have easily just opened up to you and tell you, but they chose not to. Now this, again, this could be also something that you encounter. Now with the Temperance card, the reverse right here, Sagittarius energy, whenever they did that, they failed themselves. They failed their inner child, because their inner child was excited. They really wanted to love you. They really wanted to be there. And they actually allowed the traumas and the problems in the world get in the way. And I feel like they failed themselves, and they actually make decisions quite abruptly. And, once you make a decision, it could take 2 seconds, but it could actually, the consequences could last a whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like they do regret what they did. They do regret, they feel guilty. And this was an instant feeling whenever they let you go, whenever they said what they said. But also they were proud, and they were actually afraid of, like, admitting that they were wrong, admitting or begging you for a second, third, fourth chance, and then you denying it. But if they didn't do that as well, I feel like this is also leading to their pride. I do feel with the Queen of Pentacles right here, this actually either or in the past lead you to feel like you were not worthy, or you were like, oh my God, but if he or she's my soulmate, why was I not worthy of fighting for, or to be fought for? The connection, of course. I feel like it has nothing to do with your value. It was everything to do with the issues and with what's happening in their life. As I always say, I would never lie to you, Libra, or anybody, and I don't sugarcoat nothing, because what is the point of telling you the truth if I won't sugarcoat it? But keep in mind that not everything is connected to you directly, and you may say, oh, but he could have done this or she could have done that. The fact is that they didn't, and that's the problem, right? Because if they did, we wouldn't be here trying to figure it out for them, right? The fact is, like, they didn't. And if they wanted to, they would have, but they couldn't because they were scared and a lot of things. Now, we have to also come from a place of, you have to remove a little bit of the anger and the frustration, because then you will never understand the message. You will never understand the point of view. Keep in mind that when we are spirituals, if you consider yourself spiritual, I'm not saying that you do. Again, if you don't, it's fine. Again, I've tried to make sure that everybody feels welcome here. But if you consider yourself spiritual in any way, shape, or form, you have to understand that you have to come from a place of empathy and compassion, because it could have been you. It could have been easily be you. You could actually be in that position in a year or two from now, and you wouldn't want empathy, right? And you wouldn't want, and you would say, oh, I will never be. You will never know until it happens. And again, what goes around comes around, boo boo gaga. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, what if you are the one in the third party situation? So at this point is have a little bit of compassion from this energy. And now, am I telling you to kiss them in the cheek? Am I telling you to twerk on them? Am I telling you to marry them? None of that. You can do whatever you want, because this is your reading, this is your life, and nobody cares and how you live it, because it's yours. But the fact is, like, every time you're getting an answer, if you have an attitude, you have anger towards it, then live with the answers that you have and move on, because it doesn't work like that. As I said before, it wasn't you, boo boo gaga. They did see your value, but they were not able to give you what you wanted at the time, and I already told you why. The Six of Wands right here. They do plan in coming back into your life also, whenever they walked away from your life, they also thought of, I will, when they regret walking away, whatever, they actually say, you know what, this is not completely lost, I can always come back. They actually thought that whenever life will be fixed for them, or whenever things gotten better with their situation, they were going to come back. But I do feel like other people and other situation got in front of the way, or in the way, and the same thing happened in your life. Because like I said before, we do not live in a small town. We live in the world. In the world, a lot of things happen, and a lot of energies and connections happen. So you have to understand that the same way people cross your path, the same way crosses their path. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles, again, same kind of energies we getting over and over and over. I do feel like you have been tired of stopping the clock for this person. And I feel like some of you are losing the hope or getting angry at the soulmate twin flame connection or journey. Just so you know, once you start that journey, you cannot just undo it. You can definitely ignore it, but there's nothing you can do to undo it, because the connection is there, the awakening is there. Especially past life connections are impossible to erase once you remember who you are. Moving from this, I do feel like this person feels inadequate for you. They feel like they haven't change or prove themselves that they're worthy of you as well. With the Empress right here, transformation, I always talk about the energy of like, we do not chase, we attract energy, right? And I know some people don't agree with that, but you can suck my big fat toe for that, for what I care, honestly, because that is a true thing. And when we are the I don't chase, I attract, I don't chase, I attract, right? You become a magnet, and I feel like everything in this world like goes towards you. I do feel right here that you have transformed, you have had a rebirth, and I feel like you have a change of heart. In a way to perform that I want to explain it is that some of you, most of you, not all of you, but most of you do have a different perspective, and you're willing to give whoever, not only this person, but whoever, the benefit to explain themselves. Now, are you gonna let them in your life or not? That's totally your business, and nobody cares if you do it or not, because nobody has a say in your life, because it's your life. Now, I do feel right here that this person will make some sort of action with the King of Swords, and I also feel like this could be for a little bit heated, because I do feel like some of you are a little bit resistant. Some of you could be very blinded by hurt and in pain. And I do feel so bad that you feel like that, because it's hard to live with that pain and that anger, because it's hurt, right? And a lot of people don't understand that. And I do understand that. But the only way we can move past that, Bubu Gaga, is for you to not only acknowledge that that is one of the things that's causing your outburst and your pushing back and forth whenever you hear about this person, or whenever they say, hey, they're coming back. Before jumping into conclusions, I feel like nobody's telling you to put your hurt under the rug. We are just talking about face it, acknowledge it, and whenever time is right and this person will come back eventually, you're able to let them know what they did to you, how you felt, because nothing better than venting. Nothing better than venting. Now, so I hear somebody saying, but every single tarot reader says the same thing. No, we do not. No, we do not. If you take the time to listen to the actual reading, you know that every single one of us says something different. So just because you see a title, just because you assume, your opinion is not a fact. No, every tarot reader says the same thing. We all have different messages, and every week they're different. So at this point, like I said before, if it's not for you, pick your videos wisely, because titles will tell you exactly what you can expect, right? So at this point, I know it sounds rude, but this is tough love, because I care about you. I want you to do good. I want you to release. I want you to be happy. But me burping you and just sugarcoating it and say, yeah, it doesn't help, because it keeps you in the same place. We need to move forward. We need to do better. And the only way that we have to do that sometimes is giving you a reality check. The people who love you the most, the people who care for you the most, family, friends, people who, you name it, is the people who will tell you, yeah, we support you, but you were wrong, or we support you, but we need to do this, because they want you to move past it. People who don't help you get out of a situation, this could be a spiritual person, this could be a friend, this could be a mentor, whatever you call them, is because they actually gain from your setbacks. Meaning that there's people who will like not allow you to move forward, some sort of pain, or will not tell you what you are feeling, is because they're milking your pain, they're milking your setbacks, they're milking you in a way to perform. So me, I don't milk nobody. I don't even like milk. I hate milk, to be honest. Yep, I hate milk. Coconut milk, it's passable. Almond milk, disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, ew. Move from that. What I say is that I try to help you, and I try to have an important connection with you, because I need you to listen to me. You know, I'm here for you, and please listen to this. Like I said before, they're coming in, but don't give them the upper hand. You understand that? We do not have to give them the upper hand. Be equal. With the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the conversation and the expectation and how things go, or how things went, you know best, right? It may not go, or may not go, or didn't go the way you expected, because perfection doesn't exist. Because we're talking about two people who are hurt differently, but want the same goal, be in the same room. You both want to be together, but at the same time you don't. But at the same time you want to be together, but at the same time you want to fight with each other. You know what I'm saying? And this is just because you guys are hurt. You guys are hurt in multiple different ways. That could have been he or she hurt you because of other things unrelated to you, but it did hurt you. Now, we don't applaud what he did or she did, but also we cannot disregard their pain. Now, you are upset for a lot of things that we cannot disregard, and we will not disregard either. But also, we cannot actually just disregard the fact, or disregard the fact that somebody's coming trying to make it better for you. And now, you take this or not, that's totally up to you, because no tarot reader has the power to tell you how to live your life. And I know some people, oh, tarot readers don't do this. Babe, I mean, are you quoting me or something? Like I just said that. But anyways, with the Ace of Wands right here, I do see that there's a fire and passion. This is an idea. This is an ideology. This is, I would say, like hope of like things turning out for the best. With the Hierophant in reverse right here, no, I do feel like you both need to not only talk, but also perhaps the way you see them, the way they see you, the way that things were remembered in both parties are going to be open into a different perspective, and or it will be justified in a way to perform that gives you clarity. Now, is it going to be erased? No. With the Chariot right here, Cancer energies, I do see somebody who has two puppies, but now moving from that, I do feel like this is a chance to move forward confidently. This is a chance to start over. This is a chance to do it correctly. I feel like some of you could have very vivid dreams and or a lot of synchronicities, especially through music. And it's talking about something about your neighbor putting a song that you'll be playing in your head, and you're going to hear that. But of course, it sounds like unlikely for others of you, but I can tell you that something is about to happen when it comes to this soulmate connection coming from this source that is going to allow you to release that pain. Now here we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles right here. I do, in the reverse, I do see right here that this person at times could be unreliable, right? And this could be also something that's a fact for you, or something that you may consider them because of what you experienced for them. Because I said before, you can't judge somebody from what has happened in the past, because you know, like, people change. And if you don't believe that, look at your Twitter, look at your Facebook, or look at your old clothing. Sometimes you look and you said, oh, I don't even know what I was thinking when I wrote that, or I don't even know what I was thinking when I wore that. You know, people change, yet you're the same person, but you're not the same. You're not on the same vibration you were back then. And this is all I can tell you about them. They are the same person because there's no technology just yet, at least for us, you know, peasants. We cannot switch bodies, right? But we actually do outgrow a lot of things. Even though we are the same person, we're not in the same vibration. And that's what I'm saying right here. I do feel like this person wants to save at least the memory you have of them. Of course, they would like to save the opportunity to jump into your life and be like all lovey-dovey with you. But of course, it may not happen, and that is also fine because you are the one in control, Bubugaga, right? I do see right here with the Six of Cups. I feel like this, like I'd like to explain, like a roller coaster of emotion. I feel like bottling it up doesn't work, but I feel like it's a roller coaster of emotion. It doesn't make sense sometimes because it's like, I don't even know why I feel like this. But I do feel is that you both want the same thing emotionally. And it's fulfilled that void. Fulfilled that void. Fulfilled that void. And I feel like some of you did not even understand or knew you had a void until you met them. And now you're like, oh, thank you so much. Now I have a void. Thank you. But this a void that was within you already. It's just like they were there to open your third eye at the very least. With the Ten of Cups in the reverse right here, I do feel like, yes, this is a love story, but it's not the conventional love story because we are human, right? We are not a script. We are not a movie that everything is already placed where it needs to be. We are human and not everything plays out the best way or in our best interest all the time at the moment. But just so you know, just because it's not ideal doesn't mean it's not a love story. Now, if you want them or not, that's your business. With the Nine of Cups right here, I do see a lot of bottled up emotions. Okay, I do see a lot of wishing upon a star. I do see a lot of like what if, and I feel like that is the important thing. You cannot live like that anymore, and the universe knows that. The universe hasn't ignored your desires. The universe has not ignored your pain or your tears. They have been there. The fact is like sometimes you needed those painful moments and those tears is for you to become the person you are today. And it sounds so crazy sometimes, but the biggest blessing comes after the biggest heartbreak or hurt, because then you wouldn't have the discernment and awareness you have today. For example, see yourself as a toddler. For example, when I tell my son, hey, don't run because you may fall, and then he goes falls, right? Before that, right, I said, don't run because you will fall, and then he continues looking at me, ha ha ha, and runs and then falls. Then after that, he comes to me. I give him kisses and care because I love him, right? That's the universe. They will have your back always. You give them a good advice, and then there he goes, right? And then he doesn't run anymore because he knows the consequences of running, and that is you. Like the universe may have told you, hey, this is a red flag, there's a second red flag, there's a 5 red flag, be careful, be careful, be careful, and you didn't listen, right? Then you face the consequences. Then you said, oh, I should have listened to my intuition, which is the universe talking through you. And then you cry, you get upset, you heal, but what happens? You learn your lesson, and you will never fall in the same pattern again. Or that's the ideal part of a lesson, right? Not fall again. So with this said, this is why it happened the way it happened, or will be happening the way it needs to happen. Now, I'm gonna hopefully, by the time I put this video, I have posted the 2 images of the 2 books that I highly recommend for soulmates and twin flames. This one, that's a very short read, is very fun. Very fun, very easy to read. The other one is more intensely, more longer read, but they're both amazing books for anybody who wants to understand how you feel. I have multiple other books that I can recommend, but those are very good because I do know other people watch me from a different country and they want an easier read, and I do not know a lot of books in different languages besides English. So The one that's like the shorter one is the easiest one. At least it's very fun. Anyways, with the Seven of Swords right here, I will see you guys. You guys are these two swords, and you see all of this. This is all unresolved issues that you guys have, and that's why you guys continue to be hurting. To finalize the reading, I want you to know the Ten of Wands in reverse, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. The burden is going to be lifted and it's going to be released, because I feel like the both of you were actually carrying unnecessary baggage and unnecessary blame at times. The Hierophant right here, Taurus energy. The universe is doing its thing and reconnecting you both again and having you both in each other's life, because they know that you both are good people, that you both are amazing people, and that you both deserve the chance. Like, keep in mind, soulmates are people that you make contracts with before coming down to this earth. So again, I feel like the universe wants this to work, because I do feel, Libra, that you guys have been fighting for many past lives into making this work, because you both won't give up on each other. Finally, with the Five of Swords, just be careful what you say. All that. Be careful the words you use and what you say, because it could cause more harm for you and the connection that anything else. And I feel that you will regret this for the rest of your life, and you may not have a second, third, fourth chance, okay? So be careful the words you say. I feel like as a Libra, I know that we get heated, we get upset, because we are about fairness, facts, and how things were done. But I'm not even asking you to be the bigger person, because we're not going to mature, because we're not vegetables or fruits, right? That's for fruits. I'm talking about just be calm and don't be disappointed at yourself for saying something that you shouldn't have never said. You know what I'm trying to say? When you say, oh, I shouldn't have acted like that, I shouldn't have said something like that. Like, you're not necessarily letting anybody else go, but you don't want to let anybody else down but yourself, okay? So that's the only advice the cards are saying. Be careful how you say things, because once you say things, you cannot unsay them, okay? You cannot unset things. How do you do that? If you don't care, that's fine. Don't care. Tell me how much you don't care, and that's how you tell me how much you care. You just want me to believe you don't care, because people who don't care just continue with their day. That's that. I'm gonna give you 2 different cards. I'm going to give you the crystal cards. This have also different message, as well as angelic numbers with an angelic message. Okay, boo boo gagas? Also, I've been asked, like, what does boo boo gaga mean? It's baby, like babies. Like, hello, babes, you know? That's what that means. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I gotta read that one. I was like, do I have to? And I'm like, yeah. Okay. So, sunstone. This one says, this stone will give you light in the times of darkness and help you lead you to a better emotional state. You can feel its healing power warming your spiritual self, just like the sun in the sky. The sunstone can energize your immune system, kickstarting natural healing. Oh, I'm going to get this because your girl's always sick. We got Chris Gola. I don't even know, but I'm going to show you. That little crystal that looks like the earth. Suffering from a heartache or toxic person relationship? Question mark. Whew, slap in the face there. This will help you connect to what the real you needs. And okay, this is going to help you connect to what the real you needs and help you realize that you are allowing toxic energy and causing emotional harm. This stone will let go of that toxic energies. Dang, you know what? They needed to put comas because I'm just like a printer. I'm gonna boop boop. Anyways, bottom side. The main power of the stone is restoring harmony, peace, and bringing balance to your spiritual being. This helps wash away the past and motives you to start planning a bright future. Bronzite breaks down the psychic static stopping you from moving on. Oof, this, okay, so this is bronzite. This is the one stone. I'm gonna get all three because, girl, sunset and the earth looking crystal. Now we're gonna go with angelic numbers. 1919, transformation. It is asked what you, okay, it is asked that you take notice that you hold within your hands the power to change your life. Within this realization, you will feel your sense of purpose and your connection to new beginnings. 143, preparation. Life is filled with phases. The whisper is telling you to prepare for the unexpected and allow change to pass through with a sense of peace. Financial and creative changes are upon you. And 888, abundance. Blessings are here and more are on the way. Let yourself feel the abundant flow of prosperity that is all around you. As you stand in your highest self, you attract all that you once were seeking. Giving is always the doorway to success. So, this is the end of your reading, Libra. I hope you liked it as much as I did. I want to remind you that, yes, I'm holding a giveaway situation. So the way for you to participate in that giveaway is first to subscribe to my channel, as every time my channel gains 1,000 subscribers, I host a free reading giveaway. I'm still working on it. Once my channel hits that goal, I will definitely host the video and all of that. I'm sorry, the giveaway, because it's going to be a live giveaway. I also want to remind you that if you follow me on Instagram, I always follow back. I have TikTok as well. I have a small group on Facebook. I have an upcoming project on my Patreon for tarot reading classes. It's going to be very dope. I also have a second channel for vlogs if you want to get to know me as well. I also have a website for personal readings. The link for my channel, my second channel, and my website is going to be always in the description box below on every video. I want to remind you that I'm closed for personal readings all the way to June 8th. If I were to open for a specific reason, I'll let you guys know. But once again, overall I'm closed all the way to June 8th, and every, of course, availability and everything is going to be on that timing. Any message or email tours about the personal reading is going to be answered around that time. I also want to remind you that I do not offer free readings anywhere outside giveaways, and I never message anybody on any platform requesting or offering my readings. As I said before, the only website that's mine is the one that I always connect here in all my videos, and that's the only way you can book with me. So with this said, guys, thank you so much for the love and support. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and see you guys soon.